Hello students, welcome back to this class of English. In today's video, we'll continue with the line-by-line explanation of the chapter The Necklace from your English book Footprints Without Feet, written by Guy de Maupassant. Students, from the last video, you learnt that on the day of the ball, Mrs. Loisel was a great success and looked very beautiful, elegant and graceful. But returning from the party, she wanted to have a final view of herself in her glory in the mirror. And this is when she noticed that the necklace was not around her neck. Her husband then went out in the search of the lost necklace. So let's begin reading the story after this. Page number 43. And he went. She remained in her evening gown, not having the force to go to bed. So the husband, Mr. Loisel, went out for the search of the diamond necklace, while Matilda remained at home wearing her evening gown, and she was damn upset. Towards 7 o'clock, her husband returned. He had found nothing. He went to the police and to the cab offices and put an advertisement in the newspapers offering a reward. So Mr. Loisel returned at around 7 in the morning and announced that he had not found anything. He had even gone to the police and cab offices asking about it and gave an advertisement about it in the newspaper, offering a reward for whoever returned it, but returned empty handed. He came without finding the lost necklace. She waited all day in a state of bewilderment before this frightful disaster. Loisel returned in the evening, his face pale. He had discovered nothing. He said, "Write to your friend that you have broken the clasp of the necklace and that you will have it repaired. That will give us time." She wrote as he dictated. Now this word bewilderment, it means a confused state, a feeling of being confused. And this word frightful, it means serious or shocking. Okay, and this word clasp, it means the hook of the necklace. Fine. And dictated, it means state or order authoritatively. So, Madame Loisel, she waited for her husband the whole day, and when he returned, he announced that he had not been able to find the necklace. Fine, discovered nothing. So, this sensible man, Mr. Loisel, he was a very sensible man. So, he told his wife to write to Madame Forestier that they had given the necklace for repairing, as the hook of the necklace had broken. At the end of a week, they had lost all hope, and Loisel, older by 5 years, declared, "We must replace this jewel." So after looking for it for almost a week, after looking for the lost necklace for almost a week, they decided to buy another necklace for Madame Forestier, as they were not able to find the original one. So in a shop of the Palais Royal, they found a chaplet of diamonds which seemed to them exactly like the one they had lost. It was valued at 40,000 francs. They could get it for 36,000. So chaplet is what? Chaplet is a garland, a neck piece. Clear? So then they started looking for a necklace similar to the one they had lost, and finally found one in a shop at Palais Royal. Fine. So the price of the necklace was 36,000. How much? 36,000. And the name of the shop is Palais Royal. Clear? And this 36,000 francs was with a discount of 4,000 francs. Loisel possessed 18,000 francs which his father had left him. He borrowed the rest. He made ruinous promises, took money from usurers and the whole race of lenders. Then he went to get the new necklace, depositing on the merchant's counter 36,000 francs. Now, this word ruinous means disastrous. Or destructive. And this word usurers means money lenders. So Mr. Loisel had 18,000 francs only, and this amount was given to him by his father before his death. So he borrowed the rest of the money from different money lenders. He then bought the necklace, the new necklace from the shop by paying the full amount, 36,000 francs. When Madame Loisel took back the jewels to Madame Forestier, the latter said to her in a frigid tone, "You should have returned them to me sooner, for I might have needed them." So now this word letter, it means it denotes the second mention of two people or things. I'm writing here denoting the second. There were two people, Matilda and Madame Forestier. So the second one, Madame Forestier. Fine. Second mentioned of two people or things. And this word frigid, it means stiff, very stiff. Fine. Or formal in behavior or style. So when Madame Loisel took the necklace to her friend told her that she should have returned it earlier, as she too needed it. She was very harsh with Matilda. Her tone was very stiff that time. Madame Forestier did not open the jewel box, as Madame Loisel feared she would. What would she think if she should perceive the substitution? What should she say? Would she take her for a robber? So perceive. So perceive means, I'm writing the meaning here, become aware. Okay, and the word substitution, it means the action of replacing someone or something or something with another person or thing. Person or thing. So her friend did not open the box. She did not check the necklace as Madame Loisel had expected. Madame Loisel was worried about what would happen if her friend Madame Forestier came to know about the replacement of the necklace, because it was not the original necklace that was given by Madame Forestier to Matilda. So, she was thinking that if she would open the box, she would come to know, and then she could blame her to be a thief. Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of necessity. She did her part, however, completely heroically. It was necessary to pay this frightful debt. She would pay it. They sent away the maid, they changed their lodgings, they rented some rooms in an attic. So now, Madame Loisel, she realized how horrible life could become. She knew that they would have to pay the loan. That means loan. Clear? That they had taken for the necklace at any cost. So they started doing what? They started to reduce their expenses and save more. So what did they do? They removed the maid from her job. They changed their house and rented rooms on the roof of a building. So attic is what? Attic is a room on the roof of a building. Okay. And now the meaning of this word necessity is the state or fact of being required. And this word frightful, it means very unpleasant. The word lodgings means temporary accommodation. So this poor lady Matilda, she got totally changed. Clear? So now let's move forward. She learned the odious work of a kitchen. She washed the dishes. She washed the soiled linen, their clothes and dishcloths, which she hung on the line to dry. She took down the refuse to the street each morning and brought up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath. And clothed like a woman of the people, she went to the grocers, the butchers, and the fruiterers with her basket on her arm, shopping, haggling to the last sou of her for miserable money. Now, this word odious, it means very unpleasant, extremely unpleasant. Okay, and this word haggling, it means bargaining. And this word sou means a small value coin in France. So now this lady Matilda, she had to learn the tiring, odious and boring work of kitchen, like washing dishes and cooking food. She would wash clothes and hang them on the line to dry. She used to go down to the street each morning to get water. And then with the little money that she had, she used to dress like ordinary people and go to the grocery shop, the butcher shop, and the fruit shop with a basket to buy the things of daily use. Thank you.